Okay, guys. So go ahead and start. Maybe if you want, we'll start on our bellies today. And if you have a blanket, I know Beth and I do, we can put it under the hips if you want. Or maybe you just want to start with your hands under the forehead on the front of the body, or maybe even in a child's pose. And let out a breath. Even if you're on the belly, sometimes it's nice if you're not in child's pose to just let the heels hang over the knees. If you just bend the legs and then let them fall, just kind of whatever feels best. And we'll just breathe into the belly and let that belly press into the floor here to start. Forehead under the hands, the glutes are relaxed, the soles of the feet soften. Just connecting to the earth. Just relaxing and softening into the space. And I'll read to us some energy of the equinox. It's our first full week of spring. We talked about this last week as well. We're going to just roll with it some more. This idea of balance. This equinox is about balance, harmony, and the beginning of a new cycle. It is best to honor the end of one cycle and the beginning of another, even if you do not yet have clarity about what the new one will bring into your life. Think of it as the start of a new adventure, and combined with the energy of the new moon, this time is perfect for realignment and renewal. So perhaps approaching this practice this morning as a realignment, as a renewal, and just think about aligning energetically, physically, emotionally, all these layers of ourselves, bringing them into realignment, to renewal, and to balance. And we've been talking about it throughout the week, that opposites balance and like feeds like. So allowing ourselves to have balance with our practice today, maybe the opposite of what our week has been feeling like energetically, or the opposite of what the day ahead will bring. Give yourself another breath in, pressing the belly into the floor, and out. And another breath in and out. Just balancing the in breath and the out breath here. On your next exhale, just let that right foot come towards that right glute and just let it hang there and roll the foot around a few times. Getting into the ankle, pointing and flexing the foot, and then maybe letting that foot drop to the right and to the left, just a little sway left and right. And then bring that leg nice and long towards the floor again. And reach that toe long, reaching through the right big toe. And let the top of the foot come to the ground. On another exhale, bring the left ankle over that left knee. So the left thigh is resting on the floor even more, pointing and flexing the toe of the left foot, rolling the ankle around. And then slowly just letting that heel drop to the left and to the right. Gentle sway on the hip here. And then we'll inhale to send that leg long behind us, the top of the foot resting on the floor. And then we'll just slowly lift the chest a bit. Maybe bring the hands off the top of the mat, just reaching straight to the top of the mat, or maybe they're in cactus if that feels better. But bring the arms up in front of the head a bit. And maybe we just press the palms into the floor, let them rest, and then bring the top of the right foot off the ground. And then maybe the top of the left foot, feeling that pelvis drop into the floor. The glutes might engage a bit. And then let's just lower down. And then we'll inhale to draw the elbows underneath the shoulders, lifting the head just a little bit. And then exhale to glance over the right shoulder towards that right foot that we've been moving around. And then exhale, if that feels okay on the neck, over towards that left shoulder with the chin, glancing at that left heel. And then back to the front with the chin. Lower the arms down. It can be in cactus or in front of the body. And then we'll bring that right ankle over the right knee, the left ankle over the left knee in this way, both feet together, side to side. And then let those legs come nice and long. And when they stretch out nice and long and the tops of the feet rest on the floor, then slowly draw the right top of the foot and that right knee off the ground. Feel maybe that glute engaged in the left foot, the left knee. Maybe we balance off with bringing the hands off the floor and just lift the chin a bit, but the gaze is still downward. Coming into a variation of our locust pose, Shahalabhasana. Inhale. Now exhale, lower the knees, the tops of the feet, the elbows and the arms. Let's bring the hands underneath the shoulders and press it up and back to child's pose. And let that back stretch as we bring the chin towards the chest, maybe the chest towards the thighs. And exhale. Maybe we bring the hands in prayer behind the neck and feel the thumb knuckles on the back of the head or the neck. Only if that's okay on the shoulders. Otherwise, keep those shoulders in front of the body. Inhale. Exhale. And now we'll inhale to glance up at those hands. Keep the left hand in the middle of the mat and then walk the right hand towards that right foot behind you. Maybe glance towards that right hand. Press the right hand into the floor. Or glance towards the left hand. Maybe you just move the head through both, or you can bring the chin to the knee and just pause, feeling ourselves balanced forward and back. And inhale to bring the gaze and be towards the left hand. Sweep the right hand up and place the right hand where the left hand was. Sweep the left hand behind you towards the bottom left corner, towards that left foot. And then drop that chin towards the floor. The chin towards the knee. Or bring the gaze towards the hand on the mat and the hand towards the foot. Either one. Inhale. Exhale. And now let's inhale to bring that left hand forward to meet the right. Pause there on an inhale. Exhale. And now let's inhale up to find our table. Bringing those hands underneath the shoulders, and let's wiggle out the shoulders. Kind of wiggle out the knees. You can come onto the fists if that feels better. Maybe you sway the hips side to side. Good, guys. And now we'll bring our hands to the ground, or you just keep the hands on the fists if you want. And we're just gonna do some cat-cow just with the pelvis. So don't move the chest. Just kind of tuck that pelvis, keep the heart parallel, and then untuck. Tuck just the hips, drawing the belly in, and exhale the pelvis. Keep the heart parallel. The back's not gonna move, the upper back, just that pelvis and maybe the low back a smidge. And then bring that low back to neutral. And now let's just bring the chin up, maybe towards the wall in front of you, and then tuck the chin to the chest. So just moving the neck, that cervical spine. Balancing the low back, the upper back. One more nod. Bring that back to neutral. And now let's move through a full cat-cow, tilting the pelvis that sits bones towards the sky, drop the belly, lift the heart. Then exhale, round the belly, bring that chin to the chest, nice and slow with awareness. And then tilt that pelvis, dropping the belly, lifting the heart, heart dropping. And then tuck the pelvis, rounding the low belly towards, it's as if you're rolling over a ball, and the chin tucks. And then let's inhale to find a neutral spine. Walk the hands forward for puppy, dropping the heart towards the floor. In and out with the breath. And in and out. And now inhale to look up at the hands. Bring that left hand to the middle of the mat. Then we'll inhale to lift the chest just a bit, and then sweep that right hand maybe towards the ceiling, and then thread that needle underneath the chest. You can drop the shoulder to the floor. It can just hover. Allow that needle to just thread right on through. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to draw that arm through. Bring that right arm forward. Now let's exhale to send ourselves back to downward facing dog. Lengthen that spine through our downward facing dog. If that's too much on the shoulders, you can lower it maybe down onto the forearms if that feels like it's a better setup for the shoulders. Or you can come to table or puppy. We can lengthen the spine in all of those arrangements of the body. Let's inhale. Exhale, maybe, pedal out the legs if you want, bending them down towards the floor and straightening the legs. And then we'll exhale to lower right back down to the knees. Walk the hands forward, Anahatasana, feel that heart melt. Balancing the body. Inhaling that right hand coming to the middle of the mat, and then we'll lift the heart just a bit to bring that left arm up towards the ceiling, and then bring that arm underneath the chest, back of the hand across the floor. And in and out. Maybe here we bring that awareness to the breath, that even inhale and even exhale. And we move with that breath today. That's the ticket here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale to move, bringing that hand out from underneath the chest. The hands are both underneath the shoulders now. Breathe in. Our exhale sends us back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And out. And in. And out. Now let's slowly exhale to walk those hands towards the feet, walking towards the back of your mat, to slowly find that forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, maybe you grab opposite elbows and you sway side to side. Even balancing out the back of the mat and the front of the mat today. Exhale, bring those hands to the floor, slowly crawl those hands to the front of the mat. Let's meet in our plank pose. Inhaling to arrive there and feel nice and long through the body. And then we'll exhale to slowly start to walk those feet towards the front of the mat, folding into our forward fold, Uttanasana. And then bend those knees. Let's come up to stand as we inhale and bring the arms overhead maybe. And then we'll exhale to balance, bringing over to the right, a little side bend. Let that exhale draw you through the middle, over to the left. Exhale all the way through to the right. Inhale, exhale all the way to the left. And then inhale back to the middle, and we'll pause in the middle and bring the hands to the side body. Shoulders roll up, back and down. Maybe finding a moment here to drop into the breath, to drop into the floor. Let's scan the body, starting with the big toe on the right foot. Past the knee, past the hip, to the shoulder. Noticing the right arm, and then back to that right shoulder, over to the left shoulder, down the left arm, and back to the shoulder, and then down to that left toe. And now let's exhale to just fold right into our Uttanasana, bringing hands towards the floor. And let's exhale to walk those feet back to downward facing dog. Nice and slow. And then exhale big when you get there. Let's inhale to float ourselves up to plank. When you get there, you might need to step those feet back so the body's nice and long. And exhale to downward facing dog. You might need to adjust the feet so the feet are closer to the hands. Inhale.
Exhale. And now let's inhale to plank, floating forward, maybe stepping the feet back for your plank. Breathing in. Now exhale, lower down the knees, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Let's drop the low back, lift the heart for cow. Exhale for cat, tucking that pelvis. Inhale, find a neutral spine. Let's send that right leg nice and long behind us. Maybe point and flex the foot. Bring that ankle in line with the hip, not higher. And then we'll inhale when you're ready to bring that left arm forward. Feeling the left and the right side of the body. Breathing in. There's no rush. Inhale and exhale. One more breath right here. Now exhale to let that left hand come to the floor, curl the toes, that left foot under, and then find yourself in a 3-legged downward facing dog, the right leg to sky. Maybe you walk those hands a little closer to the feet. Find a little smaller base for your downward facing dog, or maybe you walk them wider. And then lower that right foot to the floor. Let's peek up at those hands and then walk the hands forward. If you had the hands close, let's find our plank pose on an inhale. Breathing in and out, and in and out. Exhale, bring that right knee to the, right knee to the left elbow. And let's send that leg nice and back. And then that right knee to the right elbow. And then send that foot back to plank. Exhale, lower down to table. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Drop the belly, lift the heart for cow. And exhale to round for cat. Inhale for cow, lifting the heart. And then exhale to round. Inhale, finding that neutral spine. Yeah, then let's exhale back to our downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale. Yeah, let's inhale up to our plank pose. Breathing in and out. And then lower down those knees to the floor. Inhale to send that left leg back nice and long through the hip to the ankle. And then when you have that base with the hands and the knee, bring that right arm forward and find your bird dog. Pressing the floor away with that left hand, tucking the pelvis, maybe drawing the hips towards the ribs and the ribs towards the hips, and the right arm extending forward. And the breath is steady and balanced. And then lower that right hand to the floor, curl the toes of that right foot under. Exhale back to your 3-legged downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Good. Try to keep those hips square to the floor. Exactly. Then let the hips fly open. Inhale. Exhale. Another breath in. And now exhale, lower that left foot to the floor. Let's walk the hands to the back of the mat, finding our forward fold at the back of the mat. Inhale. Now exhale, drop the sits bones, float those arms to the sky, tucking the pelvis, Uttanasana. Bring the hands in front of the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale to send those arms in front of the body. And then we'll exhale to come onto the balls of the feet. And inhale. And exhale. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. The pelvis is tucked. Breathing in and out. Inhale. Exhale, draw those hands in front of the heart space. Lower the heels. Let's inhale to stand. And exhale to bring that right knee in front of the chest. And then bring those knees or the hands to the knees. Open that right arm maybe behind you, or maybe just to the hip, and let the shoulder and elbow reach behind you. And then bring that elbow forward. Lower the foot. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up to your plank pose, maybe walking the hands one by one to find your plank. Breathing in and out. Rolling the shoulders up, back and down. Inhale. Exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, walking the hands towards the feet, towards the back of the mat. Dropping those sits bones, and we'll sweep those arms to sky, finding our Uttanasana. Tucking the pelvis, grounding the feet. Breathe in and out. Maybe here we just lift the toes off the floor. So just the feet are on the ground, no toes. Breathing in and out. Exhale, bring hands in front of the heart space. Inhale, exhale. Let's inhale to rise up to stand. Exhale to bring that left knee in front of the chest and just hug that knee to the chest, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And with that right hand on the knee, maybe open towards the left, that elbow leading back and the gaze is behind you. Maybe the whole arm, maybe just that elbow on with a hand on the hip. And then bring yourself forward so the heart shines forward. Lower that left foot to the floor, arms out. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Breathe in and out. And in. Exhale out and inhale to come to stand. Bringing the hands behind you to open up the chest. And then in front of you, interlace the palms and flip those palms away. And with those palms interlaced and the hands in front of the body, let's inhale to step that right foot forward, stepping into a plank instead of back, or into a lunge. The left foot grounds, the right knee is bent. And then let those arms come towards the chest, the hands over the heart space. Maybe close the eyes and just feel your heart beating in your chest. And just notice the breath, bringing that breath into balance. Exhale. And then lower those hands and we open the eyes. Let's inhale to straighten that right leg. Maybe step that left foot forward, find both legs kind of straight, soft bend in the knees. And then we'll exhale to just bend both knees, lowering that left knee towards the floor, the right knee bends. Then we'll inhale up to straighten both legs. Exhale, bending both knees. Inhale, nice and long with the legs. Exhale to bend. And let's pause right here. In this variation of our lunge, that left knee hovering over the floor, breathing in and out. And then exhale to interlace the fingers again, press those hands away from the heart. And now here, press those hands forward and bring the ears on the inside of the arms, the forehead parallel to the floor. Find this hovering lunge variation. And exhale to lower the hands to frame the foot. Inhale to step that left foot forward, forward fold. Exhale. Bend the knees, inhale to rise up nice and tall. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale over to the right. Inhale through the middle to exhale to the left. Inhale to the middle to exhale to the left. Inhale through the middle to exhale over to the left. And inhale back to our mountain pose to fold it forward. Uttanasana. And then slowly walk those feet to the back of the mat so we find our plank pose. Inhaling to find length in the backs of the legs. Hands pressed to the floor. Breathing in and out. And in and out. Let's exhale to bring the sits bones to the sky for downward facing dog. And then your next exhale, walk those hands towards the feet. Nice and slow. Finding your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale and exhale. Let's bend those knees and rise up to stand. Maybe rolling the shoulders up and back as you roll the shoulders down, and then bring the hands in front of the chest. Bring the hands forward, and then exhale to step that left foot forward. Get a nice bend in both of those knees. And then let's bring the hands to the heart space. Inhale to lengthen both legs. And then we'll bend both legs. Inhale to lengthen. This time bring the arms behind you as if you were stretching open the front of the body. And then we'll bring those knees to the floor. And then we'll inhale long. Exhale to lower down, and here's where we'll pause. Keep those arms behind you this time. Maybe interlacing the hands behind the back. And now we'll bring that heart parallel to the floor with that right knee bent, hovering over the floor. Make sure you're not gripping the mat with your toes, just the big toe pad, pinky toe pad, and the heel on the ground. Inhale, exhale. One more breath. And exhale to lower the hands to the sacrum. Inhale to frame that left foot with the hands. And now let's pivot so the feet face the long edge of the mat, over towards the right side of the mat. And pause here in your wide-legged forward fold. Good, balancing the top and the bottom here. as the feet are wide, and we'll walk that right hand over to the right. And guys, if you've got your blocks handy, grab your blocks and we'll bring them just right underneath that right hand. And with the block underneath, there you go, underneath that right hand, get the left hand onto your block, and then bring that right hand towards the sky to twist gently. And then lower that right hand to the block and just hang over that right leg, head towards the block on the right side of the body. And then we'll slide that block to the middle underneath the forehead, and then let the forehead maybe come parallel with the block. Maybe you rest the head, the crown of the head on the block, and you shift the weight into the balls of the feet. As if you were one day going to come into your tripod headstand, but just let the crown of the head rest on the block. Inhale, exhale. Let's slowly lift the chest so we're into a half forward fold. Notice the heartbeat, let the legs come into a soft bend, and then walk the block over to the left. Bending the knees as much as you need to, that left hand on the block, and then bring the right arm up to the middle of the body again. Yep, the left hand, guys, exactly, left hand. Left hand on the block, yep. Yep, and the right arm to the sky. So the left hand on the block, the right arm to the sky. And then exhale to bring that right hand to the block. Now we're going to twist the other way, that left hand high towards the ceiling, right hand on the block, left arm high. And then exhale to sweep that left hand down. Bring the block to the middle of the mat, the forehead coming to the block. Once again, the crown of the head. Getting that block as high as you need to rest the crown of the head on the block. Good. Now bring that block flat. Bring that block over towards the right foot again. The left hand on the block, the right arm high. And then sweep that right hand to the block. Get the block where it is. Lift that left arm high. Getting into the back. And then bring that hand to the block. Let's exhale to bring that block underneath the heart space again. Let's pivot the feet towards that block. Exhale to drop down into malasana. Maybe sitting on that block. So the back is nice and long. Nice and high with the chest. You can also come into more of like a goddess squat. That's easier on the mind and on the emotions. Bring the left hand towards the floor, maybe in that right arm up to sky. And exhale, bring both hands in front of the heart space. Let's inhale to rise up nice and tall. Keep the hands in front of the heart, and then bring those hands in front of the heart with those feet kind of turned outward still. Bring that right arm behind you, the left arm in front of you, just twisting gently towards the right. The hips stay forward. And then bring the hands together in front of the heart space. The right hand stays in the front of the heart. And then bring that left arm to open. Keep the hips forward. And then slowly, mindfully bring that left hand to close onto the right. Maybe here you draw the hands in front of the heart space and exhale down to your version of your malasana, whether the hips are lifted high or whether they're low. Breathing in and out. Let's exhale to open the arms wide, the right arm to the floor, the left arm to the sky. This time, maybe glance up at that left arm. Breathing in and out. And then exhale, bring both hands in front of the heart space. Now bring both hands to the floor. Exhale to send those sits bones to the sky. Pivot those feet nice and wide. Bring the block to the middle of that long edge of the mat and bring those feet wide. Breathing in and out. And in and out. Let's send that block over towards that right foot. Left hand on the block, the right arm to sky, bringing that right arm up. Exhale, bring that right hand down. Bend the knees slightly, bring that left arm up on the right side of the foot. And then bring that left hand down. Inhale. Exhale, slide that block to the left side of your mat, the left foot. Left hand down, the right arm. Exhale, right hand down. Left arm up. And then bring the hand to the block. Bring that block underneath the heart space. Let's pivot both our feet to the front of the mat and then step it forward. The block can come with you and we'll rise into our mountain pose at the front of the mat. And exhale, inhale, exhale. One more breath. Exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Let's move through a sun salutation. Inhale, hands on the shins to find our half flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale to step it back to plank with mindfulness, Pahalakasana, plank pose. Breathing in and out. Exhale, lower down the knees, the tops of the feet. Slowly bend the elbows to lower the chest to the ground and the chin. Pause here, Ashtangasana, 8-point pose. Slide those shoulder blades down the back so the ears aren't in the shoulders. And inhale to drop the belly, lift the heart. Pausing here, our low cobra. The hands can hover over the ground. Breathing in and out. Feel the breath pressing into the floor as you draw the breath in and out. Exhale, hands float to the ground. And then let's exhale to press the hands down, straightening them just a bit in the arms. Let the shoulder blades drop down as if they are dropping into the pockets. And pause here with the chest high. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale to send the sits bones back, plant the hands to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathing in and out. And in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, step that right foot forward between the hands, lower that left knee down. The left hand can come onto a block as you sweep that right arm up to sky for a revolved lunge. Exhale, bring that right hand to the floor. Send the left toes to curl under and inhale to step that right foot back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathing in and out and in. Exhale. Inhale, step the left foot forward, lower the right knee to the floor. Bring the right hand down to the block, bring the left arm to sky. Feel that spine nice and long from the sacrum to the neck. Breathing in. Exhale, that left hand coming to the floor. Step that block forward, step the right foot forward for Uttanasana, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale to rise, up roll the shoulders up, back and down. Dropping the hands to the side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins, let the spine be long from the neck to the sacrum, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Good, let's step the feet back to downward facing dog, exhaling to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe in and out. Now let's inhale up to upward facing dog, planting the hands, letting the tops of the feet come to the ground, the knees hover, the thighs hover, the heart lifts. And exhale here, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, letting the chest be high. Good job, guys. Inhale, exhale. Now lower the knees to the floor. Exhale back to child's pose, Balasana. Breathing in and out. And in and out. Other breath in. Let the breath go. Now inhale up to table. Exhale to walk those feet back, to lower down onto the belly, to come into your low cobra. The palms are under the shoulders. The heart lifts. Bhujangasana. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands are hovering. Exhale, plant the hands and lift the heart. Breathing in and out. Shoulder blades down the back. As if that right shoulder blade, we're dipping into that left back pocket, and that left shoulder blade dipping into that right back pocket. Inhale. Exhale. Another breath. And out. And exhale to bend the knees, curl the toes under, and find your Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale to step that left foot forward between the hands, lower the right knee to the ground, bring that block to the inside of the foot, and that left arm reaching up to sky. And we'll pause here for a few breaths, finding the balance with the left arm, the right knee, the left knee. Notice the left foot and the right foot. Notice the hips, the shoulders. And then exhale, bring that left hand down. Move that block out of the way as you plant the hand, curl the toes under. Step the left foot back for downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, step that right foot forward between the hands, lower that left knee to the floor, bring that block to the ground, the hand to the block. Inhale, the right arm reaches high. In and out. And in. And out. One more breath. Exhale, bring that right hand to the ground. Curl the toes, that left foot under, and then we'll inhale to step that left foot forward, finding our forward fold. And let those arms hang nice and long. Now bend the knees. Let's find ourselves in our Tadasana, bringing hands to the sky, and then hands in front of the heart space. Breathe in. Exhale. Soften the feet, soften the gaze. And let's exhale to plant that right foot. And inhale to step that left foot back and pivot that left foot towards the long edge. So that left foot faces the long edge of the mat. The right foot faces the narrow edge. And let's send our arms nice and long. Breathing in. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. And now let's exhale to bring that left hand to that left leg as we bring the right arm up to sky. Maybe that left hand comes behind the back. And the back, that left hand comes towards that right hip. Bend that right leg as much as you want. Breathing in and out. And then maybe we bring that right hand to meet the left hand, and we just bring that right elbow towards the ceiling. The right back of the arm. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, send that right arm to sky. And then exhale, send that right arm on the inside of that right leg, the left arm reaching for the sky for side angle pose. Breathing in and out. And if you've got that block handy, bring that block underneath that hand. And get that nice long back. There you go. Yep. One more breath here. And then we'll inhale up to Virabhadrasana 2, bringing that knee into bend. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring that left hand towards that left leg, the right arm to sky. And maybe you bring the back of that left hand towards that right hip. And now maybe bring the back of that right hand to that left hip. So the hands are behind the back. A variation of a bind. Inhale. Exhale, straighten that right leg. Bring the shoulders over the hips. And then pivot that right foot towards the long edge. Bring their arms nice and wide beside you for your wide-legged stance again, Utthita Tadasana. Inhale. Exhale, bend those knees slightly, and exhale to bring the hands forward for a wide-legged forward fold. This cleansing breath between sides. Breathing in. Let's exhale to bring that block towards that left foot, and then pivot that left foot towards the narrow edge. So the right foot towards the long edge, left foot towards the narrow edge. And let's come right into our side angle pose. Left hand on that block, the right arm to sky. Good, guys. Reach the right arm to the sky. The left knee bends as much as you want. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale brings that right arm up and directly to that right leg, the left arm up towards the heavens. And then sweep that left hand behind the back so that left hand comes to that right hip. Breathing in and out. And in and out. And then you can bring that left arm to the sky and exhale to bring those hands over the hips, shoulders over the hips, and find your Virabhadrasana 2. Breathing in and out. Let's exhale to bring that left hand on the inside of that left leg, the right arm to sky. If you want, bring that right hand behind the back towards that left hip. Even bring that left hand towards that right hip. Breathing in and out, all these variations of the arms. Breathe in and out. One more breath. Inhale, send both arms high, one low, and then find your extended mountain pose with the arms for the narrow edges of the mat. Pivot that left foot towards the long edge. Exhale, fold it forward, wide-legged forward fold. Breathe in. Exhale. And then slowly walk your hands towards that right foot. Turn both feet towards the front of your mat. Step the back foot forward. Find your Uttanasana. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Find your Utthita chair pose. Breathe in and out. Heels drop. Maybe the toes come off the floor, tucking the pelvis, breathe in. Exhale, find your half forward fold with arms in front of the body, fingers reaching forward. Exhale, draw the hands in front of the heart space, plant the right foot, and then inhale to send that left toe back, would be a kickstands on the floor. And pause here. As you're ready, inhale to send those arms forward, finding your variation of your half pyramid, Ardha Parsvottanasana. And then exhale, bring those hands towards the block in front of you, or find it if it's beside you, and then draw that left toe to the sky for your standing splits. Grounding that right foot nice and tall, nice and long through the toe. Exhale, lower that left foot to the floor as you bend that right knee. Let's rise up nice and long into our crescent lunge. Breathe in. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Draw those hands towards that left heel. And then exhale to your humble warrior. You can reach those hands to the sky. You can let the hands rest on the sacrum. You can even just bring those hands to frame the foot. Inhale. And now exhale to bring those hands to the floor if they're not there already. Lower that left knee down. And then walk that right foot to the right side of your mat, nice and long. And then drop that right foot open. Bring the hands on the inside of the right foot. Let the right knee come open for our lizard pose. The left knee is down. And if that doesn't feel very good on the hip, guys, then just kind of stay in your low lunge and find your Ardha Hanumanasana, your half splits with the right leg long, if you prefer that, if that lizard doesn't feel okay, all right? Exhale. Inhale. Another breath. And let it go. One more breath here in our lizard. Exhale, lower the right foot to the floor. Maybe you bring that right arm on the outside of that right leg, bring the right foot in just a bit, curl the toes, that left foot under, step the left foot forward to bring the back foot to the front of the mat, and then bend the knees, rise up to stand. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, fold it forward, find that block underneath the fingertips, underneath the hand, ground the left foot, sweep that right foot nice and long behind you, finding your standing splits on the other side. Maybe bring the chin towards the heart, chin towards the chest. Inhale, exhale. One more breath. Exhale to bend that left knee, float that right foot back, placing that right foot on the ground. Let's rise up, kind of finding that humble warrior as we lift the heart, lift the chest. Bring the hands in front of the heart first. Notice the beating of your heart in your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then exhale to sweep the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Bring the hands towards that right heel. And then exhale to hinge, finding that humble warrior. Exhale. Balance between being and doing, resting and moving. Inhale. Exhale. Lower those hands to the sacrum, and then release the hands to frame that foot. Shift the weight onto that ball, that left foot. You can send that left toe to the ground. Just lift the heart just a bit. Let's just hover here with that right toe kickstanding. Inhale. And then lower that toe to the floor, bend the knee, frame the foot, step the right foot back, lower that right knee to the ground now. Bring the left foot to the outer edge of that left mat, side of that left foot to the ground. Bring that right knee back, and we'll find our lizard on the left side. And if that doesn't feel so hot today, you want to be in a fold still, And bring that left leg long in front of the body for your half splits, your Ardha Hanumanasana instead of the lizard. Breathing in and out. And in and out. One more breath. Exhale, lower that left foot to the floor. Maybe you sweep that left hand on the outside of that left foot and then draw that left knee to meet the right. Let's exhale back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Oh. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now exhale, let's lower those knees down to the ground. Slowly lower down onto the forearms. And then let those legs come nice and long. And then we'll lift the heart, lift the chest, let the elbows come to the earth, the palms to the ground. Let the heart lift, the legs are long. Breathe in. And then exhale, lower onto the upper belly. Let the low ribs come to the ground. And inhale to bring the arms maybe past the front of your mat. Maybe they're in cactus. Maybe they're in a Y. And then let's slowly bring the toes off the ground. Maybe the knees coming into our locust pose again. Shahalabhasana. Let's slowly exhale and bring those elbows towards the hips like a W. Let the hands hover. Breathing in and out. And then maybe we tap that left top of the foot to the ground and lift it up. And the right top of the foot and draw it up. Maybe here we bring that right hand and left top of the foot to the ground and float them up. Left hand, right top of the foot to the ground, float them up. Left hand, left foot, right hand up. Right foot, left hand up. Lower down the left foot, right hand, bring them up. And then the right foot, left hand, draw them up. And then lower the knees, the tops of the feet to the ground. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Let's press it up and back, dropping into child's pose. That back lengthening in your child's pose. Exhale. Slowly inhale to bring ourselves to table. And then just bring one hip to the ground so we can come up to seated, bringing the sits bones down, the legs long in front of the body. And now we'll find our strap. And then bring that strap to loop around the balls of the feet. Oh, one hand on either side of that strap for our seated forward fold, guys. Paschimottanasana. So even if there's no loop, just bring it across the soles of the feet, the balls of the feet. Roll the shoulders up and back, and then just gently draw that chest towards the feet, towards the knees. And when you can't bring that chest closer to the feet or the knees, then you can bring that chin to the chest and around the spine. Allow the strap to bring a little bit of effortlessness into the shape, maybe. And you can block the hands closer down towards the feet. And let's connect with our breath here in this fold. Anytime you want to lift those shoulders back over the hips, just bring that into the space and then fold it right back over. Such a shape of surrender, of reception, of realignment, and maybe renewal, balance. Let the eyes rest. One more breath in. And let's exhale to slowly bring the shoulders over the hips, sliding those hands along the strap. Shoulders up, back and down. And maybe bring one foot out from that strap, bring one hand to the floor, and let's make our way to our backs. And then when you get to the back, maybe that leg that's still in that strap, that foot that's in that strap comes long towards the ceiling, and then let it be pulled towards the chest in a happy baby, a half happy baby, with the strap on the foot to help you draw that knee to the chest. The opposite foot can come to the ground. That'll be a lot gentler on the low back. But a half happy baby with support. Inhale to send that leg long, and then bring the opposite foot into the strap, switching feet. Bring the foot that was just in the strap to the floor, and then that opposite leg, bending that knee to the chest for your half happy baby with that strap. The eyes be soft. Inhale to send the leg long. Release that left foot, or whichever foot it was, out of the strap, and then bring that strap across the shins below the knee and find your Apanasana with a little bit of support. Letting the hands just drop into that strap and the knees drop towards the chest. And even if it doesn't feel any different, how do you do with the idea of support? Slowly bring that strap to both balls of the feet, and let's come into a happy baby with both knees bent, both sides hovering kind of over the chest. A little bit less effort with maybe those hands not reaching so far to the feet. And then slowly let those feet slide together. Let the soles of the feet come together. And then with hands on both sides of the strap, let's drop those feet slowly. Let them float with the help of the strap towards the floor. So the strap is along the pink edge side of the feet, and then on the inside of the thighs as we come into our supine butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together on the floor. Exhale. Maybe you release that strap from the hands and just let the hands rest. Slowly, good, drawing the breath in and out. As you're ready, maybe those feet come long. As you begin to release even more, coming into your Shavasana.
Let us roll into the rest of our day with this celebration of the endings of a cycle, of beginnings of a cycle, of renewal, of realignment, of balance. Just enjoying this journey of self-awareness that we're on as we remember more and more our true nature as peace. Remembering, not becoming, but remembering that we are peace. You can close on your backs, just feeling the back on the floor, feeling sandbags in the body, or the eyelids over the eyes. Let's inhale, exhale, inhale to close. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.